Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much if you've recently subscribed. I wasn't expecting such a big following, to be honest. I'm going to be sharing what I get up to in my garden. I'm in the UK, in Hertfordshire. This week I'm going to be talking about some Asda bargains that I found recently. I want to make a start planting the bulbs that I received this week from Gardening Express, that order, the sale order that I had. And I want to possibly have a look at the cottage style border that I'm redoing. I've realised I've got quite a lot of seedlings, what I call seedlings, that I sowed back in the autumn, just laying around, some outside, some in the greenhouse, some in pots. So I'm going to gather what I've got along with the crabapple that I've just received this week, and also some ropey hebes that I got from the garden centre in their sale section, and just see how things look in that border. And I might, if I feel like it, start planting bits. If you're on the hunt for bare root or bulbs at the moment, I would highly advise going to Asda. They've got their usual bulbs and bits on the way in. I picked up some nerine. These are all 2 for £4. I've got some iris, which will go in a pot outside the greenhouse, I think. I got 2 dahlias. That's very similar to the 2 that I lost last year from Gaul. I got 2 bleeding hearts, dicentra. Love them, they're stunning. And I got 2 peonies, because you can never have too many. And 2 packs of these gorgeous gladioli. Love the colour of them, really dark and moody. One thing I would advise is grab it gently, shake the soil away, find that bare root, and just make sure it's got some shoots on it that haven't snapped off. You can see some pink growth up here. And I didn't need to do that with the bleeding hearts because they are already in leaf and flower, both of mine, both growing in the bags, bless them. I've just been going through those bargain Asda bits that I bought. I wanted to check on how big they are. The peony's not great, but it's got a couple of buds. There's one there and a small one there. So what I'm going to do is I found both of them in their packs. That's the other one. And I'm going to put them in a pot just to grow them on until I can use them in that border that I'm redesigning at the moment. So they're going to go in there. I also want to get out the bleeding hearts gently without damaging their leaves. Can you see the leaves growing through? Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, come on, pop it. Wow, look. This in comparison to the peonies. Look at the roots on this. It's flowering. I think what I might do is give the peonies these 2 small pots, grow them on, and then the bleeding hearts can have this big pot together. Look at the roots. Bearing in mind it says on the pack to plant these in Feb. I think if you wait until Feb, it might not be happy by that point. It's literally flowering. Let's get you in now. Very pale pink. But the roots, and there's a new shoot down there as well. So, if you need a bargain bleeding heart, 2 for £4 at Asda. What I usually do is use the soil that they came with as well. And they've got something familiar to settle them in. we go. So we've got two really sweet bleeding hearts, or dicentra. Which way do you dangle? Not sure. So what we need to do is, it's very much like a dahlia tuber, so you need to make sure you've got the roots going down and the shoots going up. So we've got a shoot here and another shoot here. They think that up is that way. Now we need to make sure the tips are 5 centimetres, which is 2 inches, below the soil surface. So I'm going to take out some soil to make it deep enough for them. Don't know if the pot's quite deep enough, but it's only to get them started. There, I think by the time that's watered in, they'll be happy. So the same again. These are their energy stores, so they go down and the shoots always go up. So this is an easier one this time. There's less of an angle on it. We've also got another shoot there. I'm going to try and get it in the soil like that. The hardest bit is going deep enough in these pots. I just wanted to get them going and just to check on the condition of them really, rather than leaving them in a bag for a few more weeks. The packet does actually say from February. They probably would be fine, but I feel bad for them if they've sprouted and they're in a shop with artificial light. That's definitely not 5 centimetres below the surface, but I can't get it anymore. There we go. So we've got 2 peonies. They don't need any special treatment. They can go straight in the garden just to grow on a little bit and establish and find themselves after transit. So that's a good job done. I think we need to make a start on putting some of these bulbs in the ground. I've got the Asda bargain ones and also the Gardening Express huge delivery from this week as well. So I've chosen some Allium Roseum to go in this one. Lovely cottagey tin style one. Some pink muscari in this one. This will be under our canopy just to protect it because it's actually an indoor cover pot. I've got Crocus Aqua for this lovely terracotta. I love these pots so much. There's such character. And I've got some Tulipa Lilac Wonder. I'm going to do 12 of them in this greeny one, just to make a start on. Oh, they're sprouted. So these are Allium. Definitely ready to go in. They don't have any instructions. I think it's usually about 2 or 3 times the height of the bulb you put it deep, so I'm going to put it about 1 inch deep. So what I'll do is pop them in so I can see where I've put them, and then I will cover them with a bit more compost afterwards. This is just peat-free, multi-purpose. If yours have sprouted in their packaging, or if you lifted them and kept them somewhere over winter, don't worry, just pop them in and they will work out what to do. Even if they've sprouted on the wonk, like this one, a bit wonky, just put them in the right way up still. That's your flat plate there where the roots come from. Your shoot, or where the shoot's coming from, facing upwards. Even if they're wonky, this will then sense the light and correct itself. So don't worry too much. Oh, it's a really long one. It's started to go green. He's ready. I don't know what size these get to, but it looks like the perfect amount for this pot. They're not all squashed in and overcrowded and touching each other, so I'm not worried. So these will either go outside our back door on our patio, which is under a canopy area, or they'll go outside the greenhouse, or maybe along the garden path. It's the good thing about container gardens, they can just be moved and adapted as you need to. Muscari, pink sunrise. Don't worry if when you get your bulbs out they look a bit mouldy like this. That's fine, as long as they're hard and firm when you squeeze them, that's fine. So again, I'm going about twice the depth of this bulb, so about that sort of depth, and then this shoot will see the light and correct itself. Now we've got some crocus aqua. Ooh. They've all got multiple shoots per bulb. I take it that's normal. That's exciting. How many are we doing of those? That's not the right one. How many is this? 12. Definitely not fitting 12 in there, so I'll have to do probably 6 if I can. Or maybe more like 4 actually. Quite a wide bulb. Ooh. So in that situation you look for the roots down there, which means this is the growing tip. This one, I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to face it roots down, and hopefully he'll sense the light and correct himself. I've actually only managed 4 in this one. They're quite a chunky bulb, so I'll top them up in a second. Let's do some of these lilac wonder tulips. Oh, it feels good to make a start. I was really excited when everything came from the Gardening Express sale, but it's also very overwhelming to suddenly have that much work that needs doing, especially when bulbs have a time scale on them. They really do need to be in the ground. So we're going deeper again with this because it's quite a large bulb. It's small for a tulip, but it's larger than the ones we've been dealing with. Okay, nice and deep for these. Sometimes it's hard to tell which end's which. If you turn, you see the knobbly bits. That's where the roots come from. The tip, the growing tip, will always be slightly pointy, and the base will always be slightly straight. So it goes that way. Try and squeeze another 6 in there. I'd like my containers nice and full. I hadn't heard of this tulip until earlier this year, so it'll be interesting to see if it's like a normal tulip where it's a bit hit and miss if it's going to come back or not, or if these are more perennial. Hopefully they do look really pretty, so hopefully now I've got them. Does anybody else grow these? They're called lilac wonder. Lilac wonder. Right, let's do some topping up. These are already quite deep. That's the 6 that I have haven't done yet. You need a tad. And you. It feels like we're closer to spring now. We can almost smell it in the air. Things are changing. I'd like to think we're warming up, but I probably jinxed it now. I'm sorry. Right, there we go. So even after a sprinkle, you can still see some of them. That's fine, as long as you know that they're roughly the depth that they want to be. That's good. 5 packs, well, 4.5. That's good. It's made not a dent at all, but we've made a start. That's some of it. I can't fit it all in the camera, to be honest. So I got everything done that I wanted to today, which feels amazing. I've watered it all in and we'll see how it goes. There should be some new growth. I think they'll plod along slowly until spring, but at least now those plants are in the ground and their roots are already where they're going to be now. So I think as soon as the soil warms up, they're already in position, so we should see some good growth. I've also put in some bulbs in the pots that we saw, so that's good. It feels good to make a start. I think slow and steady is the best approach, just so I don't get overwhelmed. And what did we do first? Oh, I spoke about the Asda bargains. So yeah, if you need any bare root or bulb items, check your local Asda. Thanks for watching, guys.